Hey y'all, welcome to, if I can talk, SoulsReaper Healing. Today we're doing a video for Capricorn. That was the next card out for today that needs a message. So I already meditated and pre-shuffled the cards, and I laid them out. I will show you each one that came out, and then I'll go over them with you. The first card is Universal Love. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. It's a 44 card. There's a lot of numerology in this reading. This one's a 44. There's a 22 on the bottom over here. You also got a 44 here. Lots of numerology in this. The next one you got is the Destroying Angel from the Raven's Wand. Those images are pretty intense. I was looking at that card. I mean, she's got a pack, a stick. She looks like she's on a journey. And she's got all these things up here. That she's either dealing with mentally, or these can just represent other people within her life that she's taking care of. Some of them can be dreams. They can be people, places, and things. They can be anything, really. That's a pretty intense card. It's called the Destroying Angel. And the two cards that you guys got for your oracles is you got Be Spirit, Sweet Results Await is a 7. And then you got Panther Spirit, which is a 44. Reclaim your power. And then for your 3 challenge cards, they're either your challenges, ones that their Spirit is asking you to work on right now, or they are ones that you are currently working on yourself. It's either ones you're not aware of or ones that you are aware of and you're currently working on those. The first one you got was Abundance. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. And these are glossy. They always have a spot on them every time I show them. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. And failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And as I was sitting here, I kind of wanted to see what... Because I usually just go with what I'm seeing in the spread. But I felt the need to read these in the book to see what they say in the book. And then go from there on what I'm feeling with this. But I will go ahead and read to you the Abundance one. Because a lot of times I feel like when we get abundance in a spread for either a challenge or something that you're currently working on, to me that says it's a pattern or a belief that you're telling yourself, or that you have made yourself believe that you are not worthy of abundance, a blockage on how to create abundance. It can be many things, but the majority of it is a pattern or a belief about abundance. And abundance can be anything, guys. It's not just money, because that's been the status quo, the normal. A lot of people associate abundance with money, but it's anything in your life that is fulfilling is abundance. So let me read this real quick and see what they have to say. I just feel like there might be a little bit of insight in here. Always remember that you are God, and God is all about creation. God says yes, the ego says no. In order to have abundance in all areas of your life, you must create the space of receiving and know that you are deserving of anything your heart desires. The more you can release limited thinking and worry, the more open you are to receiving the infinite flow of the universe. Allow yourself to have fun when manifesting what you want in life, and enjoy the process. By embracing a positive mindset, you are opening the door to unexpected abundance. It is natural to have abundance in your life, and you must realize that any thoughts of limitedness may have come from either a past life or a life condition you have chosen to overcome. They could also originate from programming that you received from the environment you grew up in, and the value systems you were taught when you were young. Now is the time to begin to live with the realization that you are worthy of having abundance in every aspect of your life. When you are in the vibration of receiving, you can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. So, block some sort of belief or, what you witnessed growing up. Taste, touch, sight, smell, any way that you experience something as a child and it caused you to have a memory of it, and especially regarding abundance, that can affect you, of course, just like anything, throughout your whole life, because you're running on it's kind of like an old computer. It's like it's 2022 and you're running on a computer that was built back in, whenever you were born. And it's never been updated. So the software isn't current. That kind of an idea. It's time to update the software. It's time to update the computer. Change it out. The next one is regret, which is in the center. And as I've been doing these reads, I've started to notice that this seems to be the center focus, or all of the other cards kind of tend to go in together, but this is like the main issue, like something subconscious that you're not aware of. Let's see, regrets. I know that I cannot change the past. See, and this one, honestly, guys, is a tough one for a lot of us, because we've all made decisions, guys. We've all made some that we look at and we're like, man, why? Why did I do that? We are our own worst critics, and we are the hardest on ourselves. But we have to change the way we view things in order to have a different outcome. The soul does not know time. Time is a construct of the physical dimension. To your soul, there is only one big now. Think of the past as the now that has already been created, and the future as the now that has yet to be created. You don't have the power to uncreate the past, so let that go. Your power of creation lies in your awareness of the present. You have the power to not only create your future, but also create acceptance of your past. You should realize that you are the total summation of every single experience you have had. These experiences have helped shape you into the person you are today. Train yourself not to judge past events as good or bad, but as opportunities. What have you learned from the past that will help enrich your future? Focusing on the past and letting it dictate the direction of your future is taking your power away from yourself. And I'm thinking about that because up here you have the Reclaim Your Power card, the 44. And this one is also a 44, So you're giving your power away. You are the creator. You hold the power. Reflect on the lessons of the past and use your current power to create your bright future. The last one is Failure. What's wrong, Marvel? I think Marvel didn't like to be in the camera, so he moved. Failure. Life on Earth is full of experiences. It is our human brain that views outcomes as good or bad. The soul simply views them as chances to grow. Learn to see the big picture of life instead of the minuscule. Failure to accomplish a task is merely the opportunity to evolve, and the negative connotation of the word failure can prevent you from trying again. You must come to the realization that there is no judgment involved with your soul's lessons. Realize that what you view as failure is just your soul telling you that there is another path. Embrace the maxim, when one door closes, another one opens. It is time for you to stop any negative emotional investment you have in the outcome. Revel in the knowingness that everything will reveal itself when it is meant to, no matter what. Be true to your dream and the creative process. So, each one of those had some really good insights. But yeah, this card referencing the reclaiming your power, standing in your power, in turn is releasing your beliefs and your patterns about how you look at things, how you label things. Because we create labels for everything. There's a label for everything on this planet. And sometimes it's difficult because people get stuck in those labels. And it can be anything, guys. Labels. Telling yourself, for example, telling yourself, well, I'm ADHD, or I'm bipolar, or I'm any of these things. And it's not just those kind of labels, it's many other types of labels. But those things that we say limit us so much, because anybody can tell you this. It can be a teacher said something to you back when you were a kid, and that was eons ago, and you remember what that teacher said to you, and you still recreate that same pattern to this day because you believe what that one person said. So it's a never-ending cycle of that same pattern, that same belief, because you've told yourself, I'm this, or I'm that, or, with this regret card, I know that I cannot change the past. A lot of us get stuck in that because we feel that, if I had a time machine and I could go back and change it, I would, and I used to say that all the time. If I had a time machine, I'd go back and change it if I could. But honestly, now I look at it and I'm like, no, I wouldn't change any of it, because all of those things led me to where I am today. And my life is way different today than it was then. I am a different person now than I was then. Because we evolve, we change, we learn, and as we learn, we start, unraveling that old pattern of who we thought we were, and start coming into power of who we really are. You know, it says reclaim your power. Coming back to your true, authentic self. And this card, you know, anytime I get this, and there was a couple other signs that got this one as well, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn, and I always said in a couple other ones, and I hadn't really read that one, I don't look at them as mistakes, I look at them as lessons. And as we evolve, we will start seeing them differently. We will start seeing past experiences as things that our soul needed to learn to grow, to let go of the old patterns, the old belief systems that were not our own beliefs or not our own patterns, ones that was created, ones that we witnessed growing up, or ones that, you know, like I said, it could have been just one person. It could have been a teacher or someone you looked up to. But that doesn't mean that we have to take those on. But when we were children, we looked up to people to guide us. And that's why it's important for us, those of us, you know, that are parents or going to be parents, to have healed these things within us so that we can create healthy patterns for our children when they're small, instead of recreating the same patterns that we went through, because I have done that myself. I had a ton of different beliefs and patterns, and I hadn't started my healing journey, and I recreated those in my own children. So now I am working with them to let go of those old self-limiting beliefs that I either created in them, their father, anyone that, because we were their first relationship that they witnessed. So I want them to have their own understanding, their own belief, you know, so that they can have a better understanding of how everything works, how what we think or speak, we create. What we watch, what we listen to, what we feed our soul, we create. And it's important, guys, because not only are we healing ourselves, but in turn, we're healing another generation. A generation that is going to be, you know, here taking care of us when we're older. And I would like them to have a good understanding of how important it is to take care of yourself, to not be outside, seeking outside of oneself for any type of praise and things like that, because we have everything we need within us. We are whole and complete within ourselves. We don't have to seek out. When we seek out, then there's something within us that is not healed. So I'm going to read this Destroying Angel and see what this has to say for ravens, from the Raven's Wand. She does look like she's, you know, been on a journey, and she looks like she's got some things going on. I don't know if it's a mental thing, you know, in her mind, because, I mean, we're in our heads a lot, guys. I'm a Capricorn moon, and the moon represents your emotions. So I understand the emotional side, definitely, and I'm also a Capricorn North Node. Destroying Angel. Separated from their fellows, a small band of witches finds themselves lost in a hostile land. Freya Albright has taken her leadership to heart, perhaps too much. She believes their hopes for getting home rely totally on her. She's a fighter as well as a healer, hence her nickname Destroying Angel. But she believes she must stand alone. Like Freya, whose motivation is simply to do her best, Sometimes we stand alone out of pride and vanity. Be aware that others might be hanging on your every decision, so be very clear with your words. Let others make their own decisions too, otherwise you stifle their growth. And that can be another pattern as well. If you believe, and I personally I've been dealing with this myself, believing that I have to do it all by myself. That being afraid to ask others for help. That's a pattern of mine. Self-worth issue. Not being able to reclaim and step into my power, and believing that, why would anybody want to help me? That kind of stuff. And that's a pattern, something I witnessed growing up. And our parents don't realize the patterns that they have, because their patterns were created from their parents. And the cycle continued and continued and continued, and the problem never really got resolved. But this last one, I'm going to read this Universal Love, which is a 44, same as this Reclaim Your Power. Been seeing a lot. Well, I was seeing a lot of 4s, and then now I've been seeing a lot of 3s. Love is probably the most sought after, mysterious, intermittent, and fulfilling feeling that a human can experience. Its mystery surely derives from the fact that we cannot really describe or define what it is. It is energy. Is it energy? Is it an emotion? Perhaps it is simply that glue that binds everything together. Whatever it is, we know without a doubt when we feel loved and when we love. As vibrational beings, we hold a frequency that aligns with the frequency of our thoughts and our emotions. And from that vibrational point of attention, we attract everything else into our reality. Love is one of our highest frequencies. When we are in a state of love, we easily attract circumstances and people into our reality that are aligned with that frequency. Human beings are capable of feeling deep compassion and love, not just for one another, but for all life in general. How do you describe what a parent feels toward their child, or how friends feel toward each other, or the love between siblings, among family members, or pets, or even the way we feel about our planet and its inhabitants? Love is a powerful force that drives our actions, motivations, our behaviors, and can change the course of our lives. And perhaps the very reason that we are capable of such deep feelings is that nothing fuels our desire for change and evolution more than the love that we are able to feel. When we remember that everyone and everything is connected to the same source, we can overcome any perceived differences and join our power toward a more conscious reality, one based love. I love that card. And with this Pisces energy, guys, because we're now in the Pisces new moon, I don't know if you guys have been feeling it, but, I definitely felt the shift in energy. Was already feeling the intensity and the go-get spirit from the Leo, but now with the Pisces, starting to feel more myself, more of the love vibration, love of self, and whatever we are within, we project outwards. So, pay attention to what's going on outside of you, and if you see a lot of the same thing, then look within and say, do I have that pattern within me? Do I have that belief within me to where I'm seeing this outside of myself? Because they're all connected, guys. if we see something similar happening, especially within your own circle, you know, your family, something small and close to you, if you see a lot of that same stuff in your own home environment, different things going on, then that's a good opportunity to go within self and say, okay, this person acted like this to me, so am I projecting that outward? You know, are they showing me what is within? It's just kind of a little exercise I do. I'm not telling you guys, you know, that you have to do that, but it's something I do to help me understand me a little better. And that's what this channel is all about, is to help you guys understand you a little better. I want to promote you guys to push you forward so that you can start seeing these things within yourself and start saying more positive things to yourself, building yourself up, you know, to reclaim your power. But that's what I have for you guys today. And I hope you're enjoying beautiful weather. I know it's beautiful here. It's almost 80 degrees outside. The sunrise was amazing today. So I hope you guys were able to witness some beautiful things in your world today. And I will see you guys soon.